A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbana zidna ilma. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir. Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Walaikum assalam.
Walaikum assalam.
Let us begin. We are learning grammar. We did pronouns last class. Let me just mute everyone. Okay, now everyone's on mute. Okay. We did pronouns last class, and I told you that pronouns will be the basis for verbs. We'll be learning verbs like we would say I speak, you speak, but he speaks, she speaks. When it comes to they, it's again speak, they speak. We'll be learning the same thing with verbs, and today is the introduction class, inshallah. Today is a smooth start for you to learn verbs, and we'll take it further from here, and we'll learn how to say I speak, you speak, and they speak, and he speaks. That's what we are going to start doing. So let me help you with an easy start. Let's take a verb. Let's take akala. Akala means to eat or he ate. Akala is the basic form, it's the root form. It has hamza, it has kaf, it has lam. Akala means he ate. That's what it means. Akala is he ate. Let me just do one thing. 1 minute. Okay. So akala means he ate. How do I say they or he eats? He ate is past tense. It's something that has happened. Now, how do I say he eats? Anyone wants to try? How do I say he eats?
Akalu.
How do I say he eats?
Akalu.
Akalu, no. Yakulu. Remember, so he eats has to start with ya. Like I would say, yadhabu means he goes, yakra'u is he reads, yaktubu is he writes, yatawadda'u is he makes wudu. So he eats or he writes or he makes wudu has to start with ya. That's the present tense which we learned. So it cannot be akalu, it has to be yakulu. So this is he eats. This is present tense. Coming back, akala is he ate, yakulu is he eats or he is eating. This is yakulu. Now eat would be kul, and I'll teach you in a bit how you can convert the present tense into an imperative tense. Like yakulu means he eats. If I say eat your food now, that's a command, or that's an order, or that's a request. So that would be kul. And aklan means eating or to eat. If I say eating on time is a good habit. Now, eating on time, you use the ing form of the verb, which could also function as a noun. Okay, so aklan means eating or to eat. If I say to eat on time or eating on time is a good habit, that would be aklan. Important things for you to focus on is akala and yakulu. Kul we'll learn in a bit is easy. Once you know yakulu, making kul is easy, which I'll take you through it soon. But akala is past tense. Notice it is akala, all fatha. This is the pattern which will tell you it is he ate. Yakulu is present tense. It starts with the ya, ending dhamma. This gives you a clue that it is present tense. So akala, yakulu. Now in Arabic, generally you would put the verb first. If I say I went to the masjid, I would say dhahaba ilal masjidi. Dhahaba ilal masjidi is he went to the masjid. I went to the masjid would be dhahabtu ilal masjidi. Let me write it for you. Dhahaba ilal masjidi. Dhahaba ila al masjidi. Okay. I could add a subject after dhahaba. Dhahaba ilal masjidi means he went to the masjid. Let me disable annotation. Dhahaba ilal masjidi. I could also say dhahaba Muhammadun ilal masjidi. Muhammadun has the dhamma form, so that is the subject. So I would say dhahaba Muhammadun ilal masjidi is Muhammad went to the masjid. That's what it means. Dhahaba Muhammadun ilal masjidi. This is the basic form in which we would write verbs. So I would say dhahaba Muhammadun ilal masjidi, but the verb comes first. I would say in English I would say Muhammad went to the masjid. In Arabic, the normal form is went Muhammad to the masjid. That's the normal form. We could invert. I could also say Muhammadun dhahaba ilal masjidi. This is also correct. But this means that there's a lot of emphasis on Muhammad. It means that Muhammad went to the masjid. Muhammad went. Someone did not go. Hamid did not go, but Muhammad went to the masjid. Now this form, writing this form is the easiest. Dhahaba Muhammadun ilal masjidi. This dhahaba will always be the same, no matter how many subjects you have. Let me give you an example. Before that, I'll tell you how to make the feminine form. So dhahaba Muhammadun ilal masjidi. Can someone tell me if I have Khadijatu, okay? How would I say Khadija went to the masjid? For example, I say he plays, she plays, plays is the same, but in Arabic is different. So dhahaba will change when I say Khadija. What will dhahaba change to? Anyone wants to take a guess? And I have a quiz coming. So it's good if you learn it fast, because I'm going to test you on these concepts very soon. It's going to be a quick class and I'm going to ask you questions and give you a test, inshallah. So dhahaba is going to change when I have Khadija. What is it going to change to? What's the new dhahaba?
Zahabi.
Dhahabi, no, you're close. It's not dhahabi.
Zahabati.
Dhahabati, no.
Zahabi.
Dhahabi, in fact, would be go. If I say
Zahabu.
dhahabi, okay. Ilal masjidi, it means go to the masjid, feminine. That's what it is. But nice try. And this is something we'll learn soon, inshallah. Dhahabi means go. Go to the masjid. Would be dhahabi. That would in fact be idhabi. Sorry. Idhabi ilal masjidi would be go to the masjid. Idhabi ilal masjidi, go to a girl to the masjid. Let me give you the answer. It is dhahabat. Okay, this will become dhahabat. So only thing you need to know is dhahaba means he went, dhahabat means she went, and it is Khadijatu, which means Khadijatu is the subject. Dhahabat ilal masjidi, she went to the masjid. Dhahabat Khadijatu ilal masjidi is Khadija went to the masjid. Khadija takes the place of she. She is a pronoun. But the moment I say dhahabat Khadijatu means Khadija went. Not she went, but Khadija is the she. Dhahabat
Sahaba is past tense, no Saqib?
Yes, this is past tense. This is both past tense. Past tense, think of a car going, okay? So if you're talking about past tense, the car has already gone. So when the car has gone, will you see the front of the car or the back of the car?
Back of the car.
Back of the car. So you'll change the back of the car when it is past tense. So dhahaba, dhahabat is feminine, she went. Dhahabtu, okay? Dhahabtu is I went. So if I say I went, I would say dhahabtu, it's again changes to the back of the verb. If it is present tense, a car is coming to you, you see the front of the car. So you change the front of the verb. So you'd have yadhabu, yakulu, she eats would be takulu, I eat would be akulu, you change the front. For past tense, you change the back. And that's the trick. So dhahaba Muhammadun ilal masjidi is Muhammad went to the masjid. Dhahabat Khadijatu ilal masjidi is Khadija went to the masjid. Now coming here. What did I mean? That only the gender will match. The number doesn't matter when the verb comes in front. What I mean is, if I say Akala al waladu at-tufaha. At-tufaha means an apple. It's either fruit or apple. Let me verify it quickly. Just give me 1 second. So I put tufa is an apple. So tufa is an apple. So akala al waladu at tufaha. Can someone tell me what this means? What is akala, what is al waladu, and what is al tufaha?
Allah is he ate.
He ate, very good. What is al waladu?
Al waladu is.
What is
Saqib,
walad?
I cannot hear you.
Can everyone else hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I think it's a connection
we can.
issue again, Anilati. Everyone else seems to be able to hear me. I think try to disconnect and reconnect back. Let me
She
just,
can't hear you. Saqib.
yes, let me post this on chat. Or Adnan, could you post this on chat? Could you ask Anilanti to disconnect and reconnect back?
Yes, Saqib.
Okay, thank you, Adnan. Akala al waladu at tufaha. Akala is he ate. Al waladu, is this the subject or is this the detail? Al waladu, what does the u give you a clue of?
The subject.
It is the subject. So al waladu is doing the akala. What is al waladu?
Is it? Son.
It is the boy. Son or
boy.
Okay. So the boy ate. Akala is he ate. Al waladu is the he. So it's going to be the boy ate at-tufa hata or at-tufa.
Saqib.
What is at-tufa?
The apple.
At-tufa is the apple. So akala al waladu at-tufa is the boy ate the apple. Now, who can tell me how would I say the girl ate the apple? Okay, how do I say the girl ate the apple? How would I say the girl ate the apple? It's not the boy, but it's the girl. So it is currently akala al waladu will change to something else. And at the end, I will have at-tufaha. Who wants to try? They have a quiz coming soon, so it's better you try now.
Will the akala remain the same?
No, akala will not change, be the same.
Akalat. Will it be akalat?
Yes, it is going to be akalat. Very good. So akalat will be used because it's a girl. So I would say akalat. The girl ate the apple. Now how would I say the girl?
Bintu.
Al bintu or here
Ibnatu.
al fatatu is also a young girl. So akalat al fatatu. Now for the ease of joining letters, because I would have akalat al fatatu to ease the reading or to ease the speaking, I'd say akalatil fatatu at-tufahata. Akalatil fatatu at-tufaha. So I'd add a kasra just to ease the connection between the words, so that I don't have break with word 1 and then you start with word 2. So I'd say akalatil fatatu at-tufaha. Okay. So akalati al-fatatu at-tufaha, it becomes akalat or akalati. Al-fatatu is the girl. We could also say al-bintu, it would be the same. Akalatil bintu at-tufaha. Okay, I would again make it akalati. Akalatil bintu at-tufaha means the girl ate the apple. Now what happens if I have more than one boy or more than one girl? If I have two boys, al-waladu would become al-waladani. It's like ithnani. Al-waladani means two boys. Two boys ate the apple. It's again akala. There's no change. Akala still stays akala. The gender still matches. I cannot say akala til waladani. That would be wrong because this is feminine, this is masculine. But as long as it is masculine, masculine, feminine, feminine, I still use akala and akala. So I'd still say akala, al-waladani, at-tufaha. For many men, I would say al-awladu, akala, al-awladu, at-tufaha. That means many boys ate the apple. Many boys is al-awladu, is the boys or many boys. Though many boys ate the apple. Akala, al-awladu, at-tufaha.
But isn't all our children? So will it be all the children in?
All the children or all the boys, it's the same. So if it is boys and girls, we would say it's children. Al-awladu is both boys and also boys plus girls. So I would either say boys or children. It's both the same. Al-awladu could mean both. It could mean all boys or it could be all boys and girls. Even if there's one boy, I'd say al-awladu, which means children. Not only boys, but children. Okay, so even if there's one boy in a group of young kids, I would say akala. My question is, how do I say the many girls ate the apple? Many girls ate the apple.
Assalamu alaikum, Saqib uncle.
Walaikum assalam, Muniba. You are late.
Yes, sorry.
No problem. So how do I say many girls ate the apple?
Alpha.
Saqib, we can still use al-awladu only. Because it means
Al-awladu means there's at least one boy. Think of a case where you could also use al-awladu if there are many girls but at least one boy.
okay.
Now how about the case where there are many girls, only girls? Lot of girls together ate the apple. Would I use akala or would I use akala?
Akalati.
Kalati. Yeah.
I would use akalat. So I'd say akalatil fatayatu. Fatayatu means girls, many girls. Akalati al fatayatu at-tufa. So where the verb comes first, it is akala for masculine, which means he ate. Akalat means she ate. That's what matters. Now, if the subject comes first, if the doer comes first, this verb will change. Okay, we'll see that later. But with the verb comes first, the verb does not change. It's only the gender which will change. So it's only either akala or akalat. Same way here, I would say dhahaba, dhahaba, that's it. So I'd say dhahaba al-awladu ila al-masjidi. I would say dhahaba al-waladani ila al-masjidi. The dhahaba always stays dhahaba when it comes first in the normal form. In the feminine form, I would always say dhahabat. Dhahabat khadijatu ila al-masjidi. Dhahabat ila al-masjidi. She went to the masjid. Dhahabat khadijatu ila al-masjidi. Khadija went to the masjid. If there are many girls going to the masjid, I would say dhahabat al-banatu or dhahabat al-fatayatu ila al-masjidi. Dhahabatil fatayatu ila al-masjidi. I would use dhahabat. So this is the only case that matters. It's only the masculine or feminine that matters when the verb comes first. Now, let me give you one more verb, and after this, we jump to quiz, inshallah.
Sahaba, can you show the before slide?
Yes. What you need to remember is
Okay.
akala and akalat.
Yes, sir.
Same way here, it would be dakhala, dakhalat, and this is past tense. Present tense you already know. You know yadkhulu, he enters would become tadkhulu, she enters. That is present tense. So you already know the ya and the ta. For past tense it is dakhala, dakhalat. You add a ta with a sukun at the end.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dakhala is he entered. What is opposite of dakhala?
Zahaba.
Dhahaba would be he goes, or more perfect example would be kharaja. Kharaja is he exited or he left. But dhahaba is also a close opposite. It means he went. Dakhala means he entered. He entered something. The more perfect opposite would be kharaja, which means he exited or he went. So dakhala is he entered. Yadkhulu is he enters. Enter the class is udkhul. For imperative tense, the rule is very easy. So I have dakhala yadkhulu, and this is extra. Okay, so if it is too much, you can try to remember. We'll learn this in detail later, inshallah. This is just added bonus, extra lesson. Dakhala is he entered. Yadkhulu, it has to start with ya because it is he. Yadkhulu is he enters. What I would do for the imperative tense when I say enter the class. No, I'm saying enter. It's not he entered. It is not he enters, but it's enter. I'm saying something now. I'm giving you a command. For that, what I would do is I take this present tense. How would I say you enter? Or you enter. So yadkhulu is he enters. How do I say you enter? How would this change for masculine?
Tadkhulu.
Tadkhulu.
Okay. So you could also take yadkhulu, but tadkhulu would apply to more cases. So you take yadkhulu. You enter would be tadkhulu. What I do with tadkhulu is I take off the ta, because when it's imperative, I have to give a command to someone. It cannot be to someone third person. I cannot say you who is, say, I cannot say you Hazik who is in Dindigul or who is in Madurai enter the class. No, I am speaking to someone. So it is the anta form. You enter would be tadkhulu. So I take tadkhulu, which is you enter, present tense. I take off the ta. Now I'm left with dal with a sukun, which I don't know how to pronounce because it is something before. Khulu. To complete it, I would add a hamza at the end. But as hamza, I would keep the rest. I would keep the dal with the sukun. I would put hu. I would put lu. Now, to ease pronunciation, if there is a dhamma on the third letter, I put dhamma. If there is fatha or kasra, I would put kasra. Let me give you an example. Let me take dhahaba. Dhahaba is he went. What is the present tense of dhahaba? Present tense of dhahaba?
Azhabu.
No, he goes. It has to start with ya because he goes has to start with ya, and we'll always talk third person. Sure. Dakhala yadkhulu is he goes or he went. So dhahaba, I have to start with ya. So is it going to be yadhabu, yadhubu, or yadhibu?
Yazhabu.
Yadhabu. Now use the same rule. Yadhabu is he goes. You go would be tadhabu. Now how do I take yadhabu or tadhabu and say go? Go, I have to remember, I have to take off the starting ta, and if there's sukun, I have to put an alif. So how?
Azhabu.
There's no adhabu, there's idhab. This is udkhul. Sorry, this is going to be a sukun. So this is going to be idhab. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to be idhab. It's going to be like this. So what I'm going to do is tadhabu is you go. I would take off the starting ta. The ending I put sukun. So it's going to become hub. The dal with the sukun, I don't know how to pronounce it. I put a hum there. Now, if there is fatha or kasra, I put kasra at the start. So it's going to be idhab. Now, the clue for this is it's always going to be of this pattern. Okay, so it's always going to be yad khulu is dakhala. One more verb of the same pattern would be nasara, which means he helped. Nasara is he helped. Yansuru is he helps. Yansuru is he helps. Dahaba, yadhabu. Now pay attention. Here we have habu. Here I have khulu. Yansuru. Okay. Daraba is he hit. I'm just giving you patterns. This is again bonus lesson, which we'll learn soon. So if you don't learn it now, we'll learn it soon, inshallah. Daraba is he hit. Yad ribu is he hits. It become yad ribu. Now what would be hit? Hit the ball. How do I say hit? What would yad ribu become? I need to skip the ya or the ta. So tadribu is you hit. Now how do I say hit? I need to take off the ta, make the ending sukun, and put a hamza. So what would yadribu become when I say hit? Yadribu, he hits. Hit the ball hard. How do I say hit the ball?
Adrib.
Let me go step by step. What's the first step, Sadia? So I have tadribu. Tadribu is you hit to masculine. Tadribu is you hit masculine. What I need to do? Three things. What are three
Instead
things?
of the ta, there'll be an alif.
It'll be a hamza. Very good. So let me just put alif for now. I don't know if it is alif, fatha, dama, kasra. So I'll just put alif. Okay. Next. What should I do next?
And the ba, there'll be a dhamma.
No, there's going to be sukun.
Yeah, so
The sukun on the ba. And next, the alif or the hamza will either have fatha. There's no fatha. It's either going to have kasra or dhamma. Will this have kasra or dhamma? It depends on the ra. It's going to be udrib or idrib.
Idrib.
Idrib. Okay, this is one pattern. So I have dakhala yadkhulu, dahaba yadhabu, daraba yadribu. These are three patterns. So I either have yadkhulu or yadhabu or yadribu. Yadkhulu, yadhabu, yadribu. Now here the ra has e, has kasra. Here yadhabu, it has fatha. Yansuru, it has dhamma. Now this is something you learn through practice. With a little bit of verbs, you do practice, you know it's going to be you'll know it is yansuru, it's not yansaru, it's not yansiru. Most common are dhamma and fatha. If I take fataha means he opened, another verb that we have seen. Fataha would be yaftahu. It would follow this pattern. So if you want to know two patterns or if you want to guess what it should be, it is either going to be dhamma or fatha. These are the most common ones. The kasra is less common. It's going to be yad ribu. Yes. So yad ribu, this is less common. The most common will be the fatha and the dhamma. And this is going to be iftah. Iftah means open. Open the window. I would say iftah. Okay, iftah. So with this, we are going to go to the quiz. So if you haven't remembered anything, okay, if you have not been paying attention so far, 2 or 3 things that you need to remember is if you take dakhala, feminine. So dakhala is he entered. He entered is dakhala. Dakhalat would be she entered, past tense. dakhala, dakhalat. Dakhala, dakhalat. Or yadkhulu, tadkhulu. Yadkhulu is he enters, tadkhulu is she enters. Dakhala, yadkhulu, dakhalat, tadkhulu will always be the same. If the verb comes first, it doesn't matter what the subject is. It will always be dakhala, yadkhulu, dakhalat, tadkhulu. Okay? This is rule number 1. Rule number 2, for making the imperative, or saying enter, or saying go, open, it would be of this pattern. So you would have Hamza at the start. If there is a sukun, if there is no sukun, let me give you one example. Let me take darrasa. Darrasa means to learn. Darrasa is to make someone else learn. And Arabic follows the root pattern. So with just darasa is he learned. Okay, so dars is lesson. So I would say ad-darsul awwal, ad-darsul thani, ad-darsul thalith. So dars is lesson. Darasa means he learned or he studied. Darasa and darasa. Darasa means he made someone else to study. Okay. So yudarrisu is he makes other people to study or he teaches. But in Arabic, in proper terms, I cannot teach you. I can help you to learn. That's what I'm doing. So I'm doing the work of helping you guys to learn faster. So that would be yudarrisu. Okay, yudarrisu. Mudarris. What is mudarris?
Teacher.
Mudarris is teacher. It comes from darrasa. It is someone who causes someone else to learn. So just from darrasa, you can make 100 words. And soon, inshallah, in a few months' time, we'll learn how to do this. So mudarris is someone who causes others to learn or someone who teaches, in simple terms. Mudarris. So yudarrisu is he causes someone to learn or he teaches is yudarris. Now, if I say teach or make someone learn, how do I convert he teaches or he teaches to teach? Teach this lesson. Now, how do I say teach? Same rules, apply the same rules. Yudarris is he teaches. Tudarris would be you teach or she teaches. Now, in this case, I want masculine. Darrasa, yudarrisu. Okay, tudarrisu is you teach, is tudarrisu. Now, how do I say teach? I want to say teach. What are the rules? I need to do 3 things. Sadia, how do I make tudarris, which is you teach, into a command? It is saying that
Instead of the, add an a, and
I have to remove the ta. That is
you
step
have
1.
to remove the ta and add an alif in the front.
No. I have to make this sukun. That I think the alif is step 3. I add the alif only if there's sukun. For example, yadhabu would become dhab. With the sukun, so I add the alif. Here, there's no reason to add the alif because I have darris. So here I will not add the alif because it is da with a fatha. If there's no fatha, if it is like ifta, if it is like yaftahu, if there's sukun, then I will add the alif. But here, it is darris, so I leave it darris. I'll not say idarris, no, there's no need to do it. I just leave it here. Okay? But if the verb is of this pattern, so mostly you will have an alif, you will have a hamza. If there's no hamza, it means that if you have a sukun at the end, it mostly tells you it's a command. Okay, so that's lesson. So let's do some practice. So let's go to Kahoot. So you go to kahoot.it. You use game pin 288433. You see, Tazia and Sadia have already joined. So go to kahoot.it. Use game pin 288433. Okay, Adnan has also joined. Adnan hasn't prepared, so Adnan is not joining quickly. We have Nimra and Sidra, Sadia, Shazia, Adnan. Rahil Aunty has also joined. Anil Aunty has not joined. Muniba, I don't see you as well. I think you are the only two ones left. Anil Aunty and Muniba. Okay, Anil Aunty is also here. Muniba, are you able to join? Can you hear me? Okay, Muniba is also here. Is there anyone left? I think we have everyone. Okay, we have 7 people. Let us start. First question, easy question. طبخت أمي طعاما لذيذا.
Saqib, you're on mute.
Okay, sorry. So طبخ means cooked. He cooked. طبخت means she cooked. طبخت أمي طعاما لذيذا. So طبخت means she cooked. أمي طعاما لذيذا. طعاما means food. لذيذا means delicious. What does this mean? طبخت أمي طعاما لذيذا. Let me move this out of the way. طبخت أمي طعاما لذيذا. Blue is my mother cooked tasty food. Red, her mother cooks tasty food. Green, his mother cooked tasty food. Orange, my mother cooks tasty food. طبخت أمي طعاما لذيذا. Blue, my mother cooked tasty food. Red, her mother cooks tasty food. Green, his mother cooked tasty food. Orange, my mother cooks tasty food. 15 seconds to go. Okay, 3 people marked orange. Tabakhat. Tabakha and tabakhat. Is it the change to the front of the verb or to the back of the verb? Tabakhat. Is it at the front or at the back when I add the ta?
At the back.
At the back. So it's going to be the front of the car or the back of the car. It's going to be the back of the car, which is present tense or past tense.
Past tense.
Past tense. So it has to be my mother cooked tasty food. Yat bahu or tat bahu. Yat bahu is he cooks. Tat bahu is she cooks. Tat bahu ummi ta'aman latitan would be orange. Which 3 people have marked? Now, her mother, Ummi is my mother. Her mother, red, whoever marked red, there are 2 mistakes. So, her mother would be Ummuha. Pronouns, what we learned last week. So, the E, Ni, Na, this is the E. So, Ummi is my mother. Ummuha would be her mother. So, red, her mother cooks tasty food, would be Tatbahu Ummuha Ta'aman Latifan. That would be red. Let's see who got it correct. Nimra and Sidra, Shazia and Rahil Aunty. Sadia got the tense wrong. Okay, let's go. Next question. Easiest question. No, this is a tough question. The next question is easy question. So this is a translation of an ayah. The ayah is وَمَا أَكَلَ السَّبُعُ إِلَّا مَا ذَكَّيْتُمْ. وَمَا أَكَلَ السَّبُعُ إِلَّا مَا ذَكَّيْتُمْ. وَمَا أَكَلَ السَّبُعُ إِلَّا مَا ذَكَّيْتُمْ. Akala is he ate. We have seen this. As-sabbu'u means the wild animal. Illa is except. Except ma is what? Wama akala as-sabbu'u. Akala is he ate. As-sabbu'u the wild animal. Illa ma except what? Dhakkaitum is you slaughtered. What does this full ayah mean? What does the akala mean in this context, in this sentence? Blue, and what she ate of the animal, and what she ate of the wild animal except what you slaughtered. The context here is that, look, this is not permissible for you, so you cannot eat swine, you cannot eat pork, you cannot eat animal which has died by itself, etc. And you cannot eat this, so you cannot eat a sabu, the wild animal, except what you slaughtered. Okay, so that's the context. Blue is what she ate of the wild animal ate except what you slaughtered. Red, and what the wild animal ate except what you slaughtered. Green, and what he ate of the wild animal except what you slaughtered. Orange, and what the wild animal eats except what you slaughtered. Vama akala asabu'u illa ma takaitum. Blue, and what she ate of the wild animal except what you slaughtered. Red, and what the wild animal ate. Green, what he ate of the wild animal. Orange is what the wild animal eats. Only two correct. Who can explain? The trick is in what the wild animal ate. That's the trick.
Is it because it is akala and he ate, no?
Akala is he ate, but what is asabu doing here?
It's showing that the wild animal ate.
Yes, because it is asabu, it becomes a subject. So akala asabu, akala is he ate the wild animal. Now here's the subject, so it becomes the wild animal ate. If I have to say he ate the wild animal, it has to be akala asabu a. Then it becomes he ate the wild animal becomes a detail. Here it's the subject. Are you getting it? So what is forbidden to you?
Yes, sir.
Vama akala asabu, and what the wild animal ate. The only thing which you are permitted to eat is except what you slaughtered. So if you have slaughtered an animal, you can eat it, but what the animal already ate, if the animal has eaten something, you cannot eat it. So that's what this ayah means. Vama akala asabu illa ma dakaitum. I think this is Suratul Ma'idah, Surah 5, one of the last verses. One of the last verses of Surah number 5. I think it's 95 or 105. But that's what it means. So it is akala asabu'u. Asabu'u is the subject. So it becomes, and what the wild animal ate. It is akala. So it is not, wild animal eats would be wama yakulu asabu, and what the wild animal eats would be forbidden. No. What the wild animal eats, if it is halal for you, you can eat. But here it is what the wild animal ate. If the wild animal ate something, you cannot eat it. Okay, so it's the wild animal ate. The wild animal is the subject. Akala is he ate, asabu'u, the wild animal ate would be how this translates. And what he ate of the wild animal is also not correct.
Saqib, can you remove that other sadhya without the A? The got disconnect. The top one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go next. Easiest question, okay? Let's see if you guys remembered what I taught you in the first question. Tatbukhu ummi tu'aman ladhitan. Tatbukhu ummi tu'aman ladhitan. What would this mean? We saw tabaha, he cooked, yatbahu, he cooks. But here it is tatbukhu ummi tu'aman ladhitan. Tu'aman ladhitan is delicious food.
How can it be that? See.
We mute everyone. Tatbuhu ummi tu'aman latitan. Blue, my mother cooks tasty food. Red, his mother cooked tasty food. Green, her mother cooks tasty food. Orange, my mother cooked tasty food. Tatbuhu ummi tu'aman latitan. What is tatbuhu? You figure out tatbuhu and ummi, you are done. You have the answer. Tatbukhu ummi tu'aman latitan. Blue, my mother cooks tasty food. Red, his mother cooked tasty food. Green, her mother cooks tasty food. Orange, my mother cooked tasty food. So is it my mother, his mother, her mother? Is it cooked or is it cooked? 15 seconds to go. Time is running out. 10 seconds to go. Blue is my mother cooks. Red, his mother cooked. Green, her mother cooks. Orange, my mother cooked. 3 seconds to go. Time is running out. 4 correct. Very good. So tatbuhu, yatbuhu is he cooks. Tatbuhu is she cooks. The moment you have tatbuhu figured out, you notice my mother cooks. My mother cooked tasty food. That would be tabakhat. Tabakha is he cooked. Tabakhat with a change at the end would be orange. This is not orange. This is blue. This is cooks. Tatbuhu. It has dhamma at the end and it has starting ta. So it is my mother cooks tasty food. Blue. Nimra and Sidra, wrong answer. You gave 2 good answers, but now you have wrong. Sadia, very good. Sadia has got the concept. Anil Aunty has got the concept. Now Muniba has also gotten the concept. Let's go to some more tough questions now. Question 4 is translation of an ayah. The new words are kullama means every time. Al-mihraba is the prayer chamber. Wajada is he found. So this is Zakaria alayhi salam going to the al-mihraba, going to the prayer chamber of Maryam alayhi salam. That's this ayah. The ayah is kullama dakhala alayha Zakaria al-mihraba wajada indaha rizqan. Rizq means food, but translated wajada. Okay, so translate from here till wajada. Kullama is
Saqib, it's written entered in 2 places. So is it entered?
This is entered. Sorry, there's a spelling mistake. So this is entered. So kullama is every time. Dakhala alayha Zakaria al-mihraba is the prayer chamber. Wajada. Wajada is he found. That is wajada. So what does his full ayah mean? Because every time he enters Zakaria's prayer chamber, he finds. Right? Every time he entered upon Zakaria in the prayer chamber, he found. Green. Every time he entered Zakaria's prayer chamber, he found. Orange. Every time Zakaria entered upon her in the prayer chamber, he found. Pay attention to dakhala alayha Zakaria. Dakhala alayha Zakaria are the clues. So blue is every time he enters Zakaria's prayer chamber, he finds. Red, every time he entered upon Zakaria in the prayer chamber. Only 2 correct.
Saqib uncle, in the green one, in erd is written. I think
We
there are
spoke that
supposed to be entered.
there's a spelling mistake, Muniba. So this has to be entered. Okay, this was trick question. So dakhala alayha is upon her. Alayha is one clue. So upon her, upon Maryam, Zakaria is always going to be Zakaria. Okay. Here, there's already entering upon her. Zakaria is always going to be Zakaria. Here, Zakaria is a subject. Dakhala Zakaria means Zakaria entered. How do I know this is the subject, is not the detail? So entered upon her. Had it been wa ala Zakaria, it would have been and upon Zakaria, but here it is not the case. Here, entered upon her, Zakaria is left standalone. Zakaria is a subject. Zakaria like Musa, like Isa is always going to be Zakaria. Here Zakaria entered is the trick. So kullama dakhala alayha Zakaria al-mihraba wajada indaha rizqan. So dakhala is masculine, it refers to male. Zakaria here has to be the subject, it cannot be anything else. So it's Zakaria entered upon her in the prayer chamber. Al-mihraba is having a fatha, so it is a detail. It is not the subject, it's the detail. The detail is all answers to dakhala, all answers to entered. So it's when he entered, where he entered, which is al-mihraba, he entered the prayer chamber. Why he entered, how he entered quietly, would all be the detail. It will all have the fatha. So it is every time Zakaria entered upon her in the prayer chamber. So this is that every time Zakaria alayhi salam enters the prayer chamber of Maryam alayhi salam, he finds rizq and he finds non-seasonal fruits. Now Zakaria alayhi salam is the caretaker of Maryam alayhi salam. Zakaria alayhi salam brings her food, but he finds that already there are exotic, exquisite, non-seasonal fruits. So he asks Maryam alayhi salam that where are you getting these from? Because you are full-time praying, you are not going out anywhere. So where is this coming from? And she says, this comes from my Lord. This comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And after that, Zakaria alayhi salam does dua. So that's the story. And here, how do you know? The interpretation is you've got to know what is the subject, what is the detail. Here Zakaria is the subject. So Zakaria entered. So Rahil aunty again correct, Anil aunty also correct, Sadia has gotten this wrong. Okay, last question, another tough question for today. Translate this ayah. Rabbi ghfirli waliwalidayya waliman dakhala baytiya mu'minan. It's a dua. Rabbi ghfirli waliwalidayya waliman dakhala baytiya mu'minan. What does this mean? Rabbi is my Rabb. Ighfir is what you need to translate. Okay, so is it present tense? Is it past tense? Is it command? Ighfir is referring to forgiveness. So what is ighfir is what you need to figure out. Pay attention to the orange which I've highlighted. So Rabbi ighfirli is what you need to focus on. So Rabbi ighfirli waliwalidayya. Waliwalidayya is and my parents. Waliwalidayya. Woman dakhala baytiya, and who entered my house, mu'minan, and whoever believer enters my house. So Rabbi ighfirli, does this mean? Lu is my Lord forgives me and my parents and whoever enters my house as a believer. Right? My Lord forgive me and my parents and whoever enters my house as a believer. Orange, my Lord forgave me and my parents and whoever enters my house as a believer. Rabbi ighfirli, is it present tense, past tense or command? So is it like dakhala, is it like yadkhulu, or is it like udkhul? Rabbi ighfirli waliwalidayya waliman dakhala baytiya mu'minan. Rabbi ighfirli waliwalidayya waliman dakhala baytiya mu'minan. It is a request. Okay, because ghafara, yaghfiru, ighfir. Ighfir has starting hamza, ending sukun. So this is a request. So it is my Rabb, forgive me, or please forgive me. It is a request. So it is my Lord, forgive me. It is read. So this was introduction to verbs. Anyone got any questions? Let us see standings. We are done with the quiz. 3 is Anil aunty, very good. So Anil aunty likes the Quran. So Quran quizzes Anil aunty does well. Nimra and Sidra number 2, very well done. You've caught on the lesson. First place is Rahil aunty with all 5 answers correct. So she got even my trick questions correct. Shazia number 4, well done. Adnan number 5, very well done. Sadia has stopped revising her lessons. So Sadia stopped doing bad. I'll have to scold Sadia now so that Sadia starts doing a bit of work after the class and revises the lesson. So congrats to the winners. Congrats Rahil aunty, Nimra Sidra and Anil aunty. Are all of you done with your exams? Muniba, I think you're done with exams, right? So you have holidays now?
Yes, Saqib uncle, I'm done.
Okay, then I'm going to give you...
For us, holiday is finished and already started school.
Very good. So everyone's done with exams. Many people are also done with holidays. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you some material, okay? So the material I send you will be like this. It's an advice. It's an advice. How many of you get advice from your mothers? How many mothers give advice to you guys? Sajid, does your mother give you advice?
Yes, Saqib.
All mothers give.
All mothers give advice. Okay. So this is an advice. So let's see what this story or what this passage has to say. So it says, Marhaban ya asdiqai ya asdiqa'u. Marhaban means hello. Ya asdiqa'u is oh friends. Marhaban ya asdiqa'u. Ana karimun. I am Karim. Karim is the name of the person. Ana uhibbu ummi hiyan tansahuni da'iman. Ana uhibbu is I like, uhibbu. Yuhibbu is he likes. Tuhibbu is you like or she likes. Uhibbu is I like. I like my mother. Hiyan tansahuni. She advises me. Tansahu. Yansahu is he advises. Tansahu is she advises. Tansahu ni. E ni na is I. It refers to Anna. So she advises me da'iman. Who can guess what is da'iman? Da'iman means all the time or always. So she advises me, hiya tansahuni da'iman. Always, all the time she advises me. Uhibbu nasa'ihaha. How many of you like your mother's advice?
We all like.
We all like. So he says, I like uhibbu nasa'ihaha. Nasa'iha is advice. Nasa'ihaha is her advice. I like her advice. Ilaykum ba'da hadihin nasa'iha. To you, or I'm sharing with you, ba'da is some of these advice. What I'll do is I'll send you vocabulary like this. So, asdiqa, marhaban ya asdiqa is hello, oh friends. Sadiq is friend. Asdiqa is friends, many friends. Anna uhibbu is I like. Ummi is my mother. And nasa'iha is the advice. Nasiha is advice. Nasiha and nasa'iha is the advice. So this is vocabulary. And what you do is you translate this. Then you say, hello friends or hello oh friends. I am Karim. I love my mother. She always advises me. Hiya tansahuni da'iman. Tansahu is the verb. She advises me. Uhibbu nasa'ihaha. I love her advice. Ilaykum ba'da hadihi nasa'iha. Here are some of her advice. Or to you are some of these her. To you are some of these advices. Okay. What I'm going to send you is I'm going to send you some more. So I'm going to send you la tal'ab kathiran. What is tal'ab? We have seen yalabu. What is tal'ab? Yal'abu kuratal qadami. Yal'abu fil hadiqati. What is yalabu? What is the child doing here? What is playing?
With some car.
So, Laiba is he played. Yal'abu is he plays. Tal'ab is play. La talab is don't play. Okay, so tal'ab is play. La tal'ab is don't play. Now coming to this. So we have idhab is go. Okay, la tadhab. I would say tadhab. I would take the tadhab. I would not even remove the ta. Tadhab. Idhab is go. La tadhab is don't go. Iftah is open. La taftah is don't open. Iftah comes from taftah. I remove the ta. So I retain the ta. I put a la. La taftah is don't open. Idrib is hit. La tadrib is don't hit. Darris is teach. La to darris is don't teach. So I retain the ta and I add a la. So la talab kathiran. Kathiran is a lot. So I have vocabulary, and what this means is don't play a lot. Play little, but do your studies also. La talab kathiran. Same way, I have more sentences. I send you these. Go through these. We'll go through them quickly in tomorrow's class, inshallah. And this is test. Okay, this will be test for tomorrow. The pre-work that I send you. And now, will you prepare after the class? Adnan Sadio, you are the guys who take things for granted, never prepare after the class. So if I send you this, will you prepare after the class and come ready for tomorrow's test?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Let's see. Let's see how well you prepare. You've stopped preparing in the past 1.5 months. Ever since your exam started, you stopped preparing for the class. But let's see, based on tomorrow's test, how well you prepare on the notes I send you. So, la tufsid asath al-bayti Tufsid, fasad is spoiling, okay, in general terms. La tufsid is don't spoil. Fasad is spoiling. La tufsid is don't spoil. Athat al baiti. Athat is furniture. Athat is everything that we saw in chapter 3. So if I look at chair, if I look at bed, sarirun, if I look at chair, arikatun, talajatun, fridge, all of that comes under furniture, all of the house things. So don't spoil the house furniture. La tufsid athat al baiti. Okay, so I'll send you this. Go through this. I'll send you also vocabulary. Use the vocabulary. Learn the new words. We'll do quick revision. I'll help you with doubts and we'll do a test on this inshallah. It's very easy. Very easy, simple dialogues which will help you understand verbs because you've got to understand la tufsid. You've got to understand la tal'ab. You've got to understand ohibbu and tansahuni. This story will help you understand verbs in an easy way. I could give you a lot of rules like this one, which is going to make it very tough. But easier way is I give you this, try to see the new vocabulary, try to see how the verbs are being used. A couple of stories and inshallah, the verbs will become more easy for you. So that's today's lesson. I'll share with you the pre-work. That's what you need to learn for tomorrow's class. And tomorrow's class, we'll do a test on this inshallah. With that, I'll end today's class. Anyone who has a question, stay back and I'll answer your questions inshallah. Subhanallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Ma salama, see you all tomorrow at 12:30 inshallah. Anyone who has a question, I'll stay back. I'll answer your questions. So stay back after the class to get your questions clarified. Ma salama.
Ma salama.
Jazakallah khair, ma.
Ma salama, Saqib uncle.
Ma salama, Muniba.